I was as invested in the Super Bowl as I have been in any football game, which is to say, hardly at all. I watched it with detachment. The same detachment that happens whenever someone attempts to corral me into a discussion about Family Guy, spirit nurturing, the personal lives of celebrities, or the fact that today's being Thursday means that it's almost Friday. And Friday is the start of the weekend, and oh my God, it's almost Friday. Can you believe it? Yeah, I can believe it. The night of Super Bowl 41, I shared an apartment with my brother, who was 2 years out of the Navy, 11 years removed from a marriage, and 45 minutes reclined on my couch. In my lazy boy. I was on the couch, a sagging, green, crushed velvet thrift store find left behind by an ex-girlfriend. The game was at Dolphin Stadium, not 20 minutes from the apartment, though the spectacle unfolding on my television made it seem as if it were taking place on another planet. Earlier in the broadcast, during the pre-game show, members of the French-Canadian terrorist organization Cirque du Soleil did some frightening things with elbows and pantaloons. And the national anthem was performed by the man who ate Billy Joel, who, to my disappointment, didn't break into "We Didn't Start the Fire." And then, the ball was on the 30-yard line, the score was whatever it was, and I uttered the following confession to my brother. I sure am glad I turned down tickets to this game. My brother is not a graceful creature. He's taller than I am, and at the time, his postnatal exercise routine involved little more than driving drunken, saddle-sore women home from country bars at 4 in the morning. But at the moment my confession reached his ears, he may as well have been Usain Bolt. My brother set the chair upright, sprang to his feet, and bounded across the living room. "You did what?" "I turned down free Super Bowl tickets." "So what? Look at that nonsense." I pointed at the television. "Would you want to be there?" "Of course I would," he shouted. "Are you fucking kidding me? It's the Super Bowl. Someone offered you free tickets and you turned them down? Are you fucking serious?" "Yeah, I turned them down. Someone offered them to me and I said, no thanks. Give them to someone who likes football." "I like football, you asshole," he yelled. This has to be the stupidest thing you've ever done. It went down like this. A friend's firm had given its employees 2 tickets each to the Super Bowl. She didn't want them and offered them to me. I told her I didn't want them either, hung up the phone, and went back to eating my sandwich. This doesn't make me better than those people who love football, nor does it make me worse. It doesn't make me anything other than a man who doesn't care all that much for the game. Here's the part where I brush aside questions of masculinity. A concept that depends not on something so trivial as a man's appreciation for pigskin, but on matters of real consequence, such as character and integrity. And also a wide appetite for chili and the songs of Waylon Jennings. My brother grabbed his cell phone and raged into his bedroom. Over the sound of the game, I caught snatches of his conversation. "Dumb asshole. I can't believe it. I've never been so pissed off at him. Yeah, later." There was a pause, and then he started up again. "You're not going to believe what Jake did. Moron. Dickhead. I know. My own cell phone rang. It was my other brother. Josh. I couldn't even get out a hello before he started in with me. "Is Joe serious? Did you really turn down Super Bowl tickets?" "I did." "Are you serious?" "Yes." "Schmuck. I love you too." Joe, who had taken his rant into the bathroom, was alerting someone else to my unpardonable sin. My phone rang again. Dan, a family friend and diehard Miami Dolphins fan who lives in Georgia, speaking as calmly as possible, said, You don't know how badly I want to drive to Fort Lauderdale right now and kick you in the balls. The calls continued. More friends. My brother-in-law. Our dad. Then, my mom called. The call from my mom was the worst. Is what your brother told me true? It is. My mom heard my answer and giggled so knowingly at my breach of all-American etiquette that I would have preferred Dan's foot in my balls. When your own mom laughs at you for turning down Super Bowl tickets, you know you've done something wrong. So that's how I came to be, for at least several weeks, a pariah within my own family, an embarrassment to my friends, and the loneliest contrarian on earth. I can no longer hear the word Super Bowl without thinking of that evening, when the ball was on the 30-yard line, the score was whatever it was, and I didn't know better than to keep my damn mouth shut.